Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. In this episode, I sit in a Ferrari and go for a ride with the one and only Tommy Tallarico of Intellivision, finding out some information about the upcoming Intellivision Amico console. Special thanks to Super Nintendo for providing some of these questions. There is some exclusive information released here, so have a seat and relax. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Trained professional.
How will you guarantee having a steady stream of exclusive releases for the first year of the console's lifespan?
The way we're going to have a steady stream of exclusives is that what a lot of people don't realize and understand is in this market, in this day and age, indie developers, to which there are tons of talented ones, they either have to get a Kickstarter to make money, to make a game, or they have to bootstrap everything with their own money. Intellivision comes to them and says, hey, we love your idea. We want to do it exclusive for our console. We'll pay you everything up front. You don't have to do a Kickstarter. You don't have to do... There is zero financial risk to them. But wait, it gets better. We'll give you as much help as we can to make the thing. So if you don't have a full in-house audio guy, we'll give you the audio. You need to figure out how to optimize your code on our system. We'll set our programmer on your lap for a month if we need to. And the other great thing is the marketing, right? So we become partners with you. And the promise that we make is that we'll never come out with more than 2 Intellivision games at the same time. So what that means is, when that developer's game comes out on our system, which we've paid for 100%,
it's highlighted.
It will be the highlight, and that is not something that EA or Activision or Ubisoft can buy. Everybody gets that, whether you're a dorm room developer with 2 guys on your team, or you're a team of 50 people. So I can tell you that hundreds of talented developers from around the world are lining up to do games for us.
That's just my follow-up is how are you going to select, because you don't have the amount of manpower for, if that's the case, hundreds of developers. How are you going to pick and choose who gets the help and when?
We have 50 top developers right now, and that'll bring us into 2021 and launch. And then once they're done with those games, those 50 developers work on... Our developers love us. Love us, love us, love us.
Are you going to develop a system for applications for small indie developers to apply to be a developer for it if it's as successful as...
Yeah, any developer interested in developing a game for us now, they can go to... Just send an email to info@intellivision.com, and then we have a process to go through to approve it. Oh, and by the way, we give all the dev kits for free. We don't charge you like Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft do. When you're a partner with us, you get them for free. Again, zero financial risk, and we're paying you to make your dream.
The controller looks unconventional. How will you convince people unaware of Intellivision to give it a try?
That's a great question. It's unconventional to hardcore gamers, because they look at our controller and they go, how the hell am I going to play Call of Duty and Fortnite on that, right? But those aren't the style of games that they're doing. The reason the Wii became so popular, because when the Wii was first announced, everybody hated it, especially hardcore gamers. They're like, what the hell is that going to be about? What a fail, Nintendo's dead, what idiots. How did Nintendo overcome that? They put it in people's hands, right? People had to play bowling in order for it to feel it. Well, we're doing the same thing. So in all the retail stores across the world, we'll have in-store displays with people on the ground showing it. We're doing mall tours. We're doing major celebrity endorsements. We need to put the controller in people's hands. We're not crowdfunded. We're not asking you for money to pay before you buy the console. We want you to play the console first, see how we're creating the games around that controller. We're creating controller. We're not trying to make a first-person shooter and then make it to our controller. The games, the way they're being designed and developed, are around our controller. So I just say to everybody out there, keep a complete open mind. Don't make a judgment until you have had a chance to play it. And I can tell you that all the people who have played it have absolutely loved it. And it goes off in their head. They go, aha, I get it now. Now I understand why a bunch of people in a room with screens and they all have their own information, and why the speaker and the microphone and the touch screen and the colors on the system, now I get it. It all makes sense. And by the way, the controllers that you've seen aren't our final controllers either. So we've changed where the buttons are located. We've changed a bunch of different things. And when people see it and they play it, then they'll understand it. So it's a great question, and I completely understand the pause that people may have, and that's my answer for you, is that when you play it and see it, you'll get it.
The Intellivision namesake hasn't been attached to anything for over 30 years. Do you think this will impact the console's visibility on store shelves?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. See, we're not relying on the Intellivision name and nostalgia to sell the console. This is a brand new console. The fact that the Intellivision name is with it, and the people we have 4 people who work for Intellivision. JT met a couple of them. We have 4 people who work for Intellivision. They started in 1981. So this isn't some company that's been sold and resold 1,000 times. The DNA of the company is still there, and the passion is still there in the office. But having the Intellivision name, see, what was important about Intellivision when I was growing up was that it brought people together. Family, friends, playing simple games. That's really the only thing that we've carried over. That and the idea of a disc, although our disc is very much different and advanced, 40 years of technology. We're going to get, here comes a fire truck. Hello. Okay, so there it goes. But our disc and the technology that we're using is much more advanced. So absolutely it's going to be on retail shelves and store shelves. But we don't think that the Intellivision name, it's not going to live or die by that. It's just a cherry on top. It's a bonus. I could have called it anything and it wouldn't have mattered. But the fact that I'm so passionate about Intellivision, the fact that Intellivision was about friends and family in a room and bringing people together and playing fun, simple games, that's a bonus, right? So that's what it's about. Intellivision name is the cherry on top.
Will it be sold in brick-and-mortar stores like Target, etc.? And if so, how many colors will be available at launch?
That's a great question. Yes, absolutely. Every single place that sells brick-and-mortar, big box retailers will all have Amico on store shelves day one. But we can also sell to unconventional places where folks like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo can't. So places like Bed Bath & Beyond or QVC, places where moms shops and families shops, Kohl's, places like this will also be able to carry Amico. And, so we're places unconventionally that video games are not sold. So absolutely there from day one. Now, in regards to the colors, we don't know exactly how many colors we're going to have on launch. You know that we're going to at least have 5 because we've done that. And some of those, the basic models, and this is exclusive, I haven't talked about this before, the basic models are black and white. Those are the basic models that all stores will be able to carry. But the vintage wood grain, the GTO red with black carbon fiber, I wonder where that idea came from, and the Galaxy purple, those will be special limited edition models that will only be available at certain retailers, or one of them is going to be direct through our own website as well. Now, they might be a little more money as well, because they're it's real wood grain, or it's real carbon fiber, or to get that metallic amazing iridescent paint job, it's more expensive. So some of those are going to be more expensive. The limited edition ones will be a little more expensive, but the core black and white editions, the obsidian black and the metallic pearl white, those will be available everywhere.